Bizarre medical legal cases, part 45. This is more of a generic bizarre case that occurs in many, many, many of our cases. So it basically involves anyone who has elevated troponin. So the word, or rather, troponins are a cardiac enzyme that get released by cardiac or myocardial tissue. Just because troponins are elevated does not mean that there is a heart attack or myocardial infarction. And this is something that physicians, well, most physicians know, but lay people just simply don't know. They just see elevated troponins and they just assume that this means heart attack, or it's like my cousin or grandfather or whatever was having a heart attack and the doctors were doing nothing. But this isn't really the case because a lot of times there's something called demand ischemia that comes from physiological stress. So whenever we get these cases, we have to rule out whether it was simply demand ischemia from stress. Let's say that a person is septic and so the heart has to work a lot harder and so it releases troponin. So just a generic advice out here that just because the troponins are elevated does not mean that the patient is suffering from a heart attack. But we all, of course, have to rule it out with serial EKGs, sometimes with a stress test or an echocardiogram. And for more medical legal cases and medical coaching and everything else, like and subscribe.